Hello and welcome to our 24th episode of Not Your Mother's Midlife Crisis. I'm Chris, and this is my co-host, Chris.
Hi, Chris. I can't believe 24.
Yep, with our girlfriends together, but we've
Yes.
done this for 5 months together.
Yeah. And I could tell you, I had definitely no idea where
No.
this would be going when you said, would you want to do a podcast? And I said, sure. But I genuinely have to say that this whole experience has been a blessing.
I love it.
And it's just like, thank you. I am indebted to you for
No,
doing this.
I'm
and,
indebted to you for saying yes.
pushing me out of my comfort zone. So I'm very grateful.
Okay. Well, yes, we're both out of our comfort zone. And we in the beginning, I knew we really put ourselves out there.
Yes.
And at first I was a little uncomfortable. Now it's I'm like, who wants to talk menopause? I am way out there. I don't know how uncomfortable I make people.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
No, I don't know. I mean, we get such wonderful feedback.
Yeah.
And some of it's so nice, especially for friends that you don't see every day and they feel like they're hanging out with us, which I think is kind of cool. And that's the vibe that we wanted. And
Yes.
because we love our girlfriends.
I love hearing from them.
Yes.
I love when we hear from somebody and that they they ask a question or have a topic to share.
Yes.
Speaking of, we do have that.
I know.
I didn't even mean to lead into that, but we had our friend Betsy
Yes.
ask us, what would we do differently? Knowing what we know now, knowing everything we know now about perimenopause, what would we do differently in perimenopause if we had known what we know now?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I think it's a good question. I got a lot.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I know that it's for me, and I think, and knowing Betsy like we do, and all the women that are doing this, you're going through this literally at the busiest, most craziest time in your life.
You are.
With your job, at home, with kids, the kids' schedules, school, even all the responsibilities. You were juggling so much, and then to have this on top of it, it was just way too much going on, and to try and manage it. It's, I know for me, I was the over-functioning, partner.
Right.
So I was really just taking on a lot, and it's just kind of grinding through. And then you have all these symptoms of not sleeping and the anxiety,
Right.
and you have no idea what's happening and why you're feeling this way. So I would describe it like a punch in the face repeatedly.
I can completely relate. You're so tuned into your kids. You're not tuned into yourself at all. You're only tuned into your kids. There's always something going on with them, whether it's school, like you said, sports, their social life.
Yes.
And it's good and bad. Whether it still consumes you. And I also was super anxious at that time. Whenever my kids had a sporting event for some reason, and I made my family fucking crazy because I was such an over planner. That's how I think that's how I dealt with the anxiety, but it also made me more anxious. But I think that was one of my biggest issues was the anxiety. And I didn't know. I just thought I turned into a bitch. I don't know. Or I was so type A, everything had to be so super, super planned. But really it may not have been that.
Yeah.
So.
No. And I don't think it was. I just think it's everything coming at you all at once. And then you have this complete change with your hormones, and your hormones are going crazy, and you're trying to balance everything. Balance hormones, balance family.
Right.
It's your life. Yeah.
And you're trying to do the best, trying to put your kids in the right program, put them on the right team, put them in the, the right school, trying to help them with home. Do they need tutors?
Yes.
It's just, and then, let's make dinner too.
Oh, I know.
Fucking
I hate dinner.
I hate dinner so much.
I hate dinner.
I freaking hate planning. Everybody hates planning dinner.
Yeah, I'm oh. Yeah.
I would love breakfast for dinner or find it. Find it was, and the kids loved it.
Oh.
I'd say, whatever you can find in the refrigerator, you can have.
Oh.
It was dinner. It was find it. So whether it was leftovers, I don't know, whatever you could come up with.
Might be peanut butter.
It might be peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter sandwich.
I loved pancakes for dinner.
But I think, going back to Betsy's question, what I would do different is I would advocate for myself, especially with my doctors, whether it be
Right.
my general practitioner or my gynecologist, and insist that what I was feeling was not normal. Like,
Right.
it's not normal to not be able to sleep. It's not normal to have that, like, just exhaustion. It's not normal to be like, I was not an anxious person
Mhm.
to be like, all of a sudden, these things are causing me this anxiety. And now looking back, there were other symptoms that I think were a result of perimenopause, but I
Yeah.
just dismissed it. Like, I
Well,
had
because
this
you
a
don't
heart
know to put it all
yeah,
together.
like this hip injury, like, things like that.
Right.
So, and then I think when they were like, "Well, your thyroid's fine," like, not knowing what to ask for, not
Right.
knowing what to do, and not to accept that this is just,
I don't
like
have like,
yeah,
it might
it's
be
just aging.
normal, but
Mhm.
it's not acceptable. It's not
Yes.
acceptable to feel not good all the time. So I agree. I definitely would have pushed my doctors to do, even though Cindy mentioned that our hormones are a total chaos during perimenopause, so you don't really get a great reading.
Mhm.
Um, but I would have asked for that T3 and the reverse T3 or 4, I forget which one it was, but ask for the correct one so I
Yes.
know whether or not it's perimenopause. If my thyroid's looking fine, you're looking for something completely different. You're looking for a medical reason. I'm looking for a change in my hormones. So I would want a better baseline of all of my hormones and thyroid in perimenopause right away.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely think that.
Mhm. And I think too, like, take the time for yourself because I know when you're running and you're managing schedules and
Sure.
you're trying to do that, you're putting all the stuff that has to do with you off, and you really can't do that. So don't put off going to the doctor. Don't put off, getting
Right,
the right
stop
test
putting
done.
yourself
Mhm.
last. Yeah,
Yes.
you are like, you
Yeah.
just put yourself
Because
last.
I feel like it will only help everything in your life
Right.
to like to address it.
And I think the newer generation, they are learning from that. They're going, "Wait, if I'm not my best 100%, I can't be my best for them."
Yes.
And we just sucked it up, buttercup, like we
Yeah.
normally
Yeah.
do.
But yeah, that I think would be the big one. The
Yeah.
other one is I would not have been so embarrassed to talk about it, and it's kind of like suffering in silence.
Mhm.
Um, to just say like, "Hey, I'm feeling this way. Is that normal?" And I know that it maybe would be hard to believe for other people that don't know me listening to the podcast, but I'm normally a very private
You
person.
are.
So, I mean, like I said, this has kind of gotten me out of my comfort zone, and I do try to handle things on my own, but I feel like I would have been so much better off if I would have I would have talked to someone about it or shared like,
Right.
"Hey, hey, Chris, is this how
Yeah.
you're feeling? Like, this is kind of crazy." Normally, we're just talking about the kids and the schedules and everything
And
like yeah.
commiserating or, cheering each other up or whatever, going through those same things. We mostly talked about the kids. You may have talked about, if your partner was annoying or something like that, but you rarely talked about yourself
Mhm.
and you didn't want to because you're like, ew, what if they are not at that stage? Well, first of all, during perimenopause, I don't even think I knew the word perimenopause.
Yes.
So that
Correct.
is a huge difference. So I wouldn't have even known to say, "Oh, are you having any perimenopause symptoms?" Um, but now, our younger audience, they will be able to have that. And they will be able to have those open conversations and realize that because they might say, "Oh, well, this is something I've never heard of," and maybe they do have a medical issue. But if they're not talking about it and they just are doing that suffer in silence, then they're not going to know. So I
Yeah.
definitely would have built the tribe, talked to my
Mhm.
girlfriends a lot more about it because I never did. You're on those bleachers and all those games, and you're talking about everything but
Yes.
aging.
Yes. And I think, yeah, I love that. I think the tribe, expanding that tribe,
Yeah.
embracing your tribe has made such a difference for me, and I've, like, learned so much.
Mhm.
And I remember now granted, like, this would have been I was 52 years old when I went and did the pelvic floor PT, which I've
Okay.
talked about. And I remember the first appointment with the physical therapist, I said to her, "I am so embarrassed to have to talk to you about this." And she was just like, "Why? I talk about it every day." And it was such, like, words of, like, comfort or
Yeah.
empathy. Um, so then after talking about it and, like, normalizing with her, like, your pelvic floor, it's, like the cylinder and it all is connected with your breath. I remember then being at the gym that I was at the time and, like, women my age and being like, "Oh, when you're doing this," and we were talking about pelvic floor
Mhm.
or, someone saying something, and I felt, "Oh, well, I'm getting PT." Before that, I never would have said a word. I would have just been like, "Oh, I'm peeing my pants. I'm having my points
Yeah.
cut."
I do need those breathing
Yeah.
exercises, by the way.
So I feel like from that, it does kind of put you out there to wanna share and help other people because she's like, "Oh, everybody there's a lot of people that are going through this."
Actually, what can you tell us? I don't know why I've never asked you. What do you do the breathing to help with your pelvic floor?
So it's all connected with, like, diaphragmatic breathing, if you think about it. It would
Okay.
almost be like a piston, like, going up
Okay.
and down. So, like, a perfect example when you're exercising
Mhm.
and you're gonna be doing, just say, an air squat.
Okay.
So you take that a deep diaphragmatic inhale
Okay.
and let everything feel like everything's loose. You're filling up your belly, you're
Okay.
releasing, like, relaxing your pelvic floor. When you're, then coming up, feel it's almost like you're bringing everything up, like you're and
Okay.
so you can almost envision it like you're doing, like, a really deep exhale, and so it's to connect with your lower abs, everything,
Does it
and
take a lot of practice? Because
it
I'm,
does,
like,
and
trying to
yeah.
visualize it
Uh-huh.
right now, and
You
I'm
can think
thinking,
about, like, when you do the dead bug exercise,
"Okay.
but it's really so you and, you're working out all the time, so there are exercises like that,
Right.
especially mobility with, like squats, deadlifts, where your breath is so important, and it's
Okay.
really key to strengthening your pelvic floor.
Alright.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm gonna
and it
try it.
really
I'm
works,
gonna
yeah,
try it.
it's
Because the
good.
fact that you say that it actually works, I
It
really
does.
kinda need it. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
another thing I would have done is I would have written down my symptoms along the way, like we do for our kids. Like, when our kids get sick, I would, like, especially, one of my kids always had something weird medically. She's just not normal medically. Um, I would have, and I always kept track of any symptoms she ever had.
Oh.
So I would have kept track of my symptoms so that way, one, I wouldn't forget them
Mhm.
because we're always forgetting them. And then it would just be a better way to analyze it and see, does it come in a cycle pattern? Like, am I getting headaches at a certain time of the month? Because that was what my cycle was. Am I feeling more fatigued? Or, even just keeping track of the length of your periods, the intensity of them.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I wish
No,
I would have done that.
that's really great advice. And now you can do it in, like, your Apple Health app.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, it could be, you
We
know
didn't have a thing to
No.
just write on. I mean, kinda, I don't know,
Yeah.
forget.
But no, but I think that's a really good idea because then when you're there, you're like, "This is what I've been experiencing," and
Right,
versus you're just trying to remember everything. No, I like that.
okay,
Yeah, I definitely that's great advice. Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Another one, I would have had better communication with my partner because I think there were times where I was definitely misunderstood. Like, it came off as me just being mean or angry at them, even the whole family. And I was just misunderstood when really I didn't know what I was feeling.
Yeah.
I had no control of my feelings or emotions, or my
Yeah.
if it was a snap, like if I answered too quickly, if I got angry too quickly, which wasn't my normal personality.
No, not at
Usually I'm
all.
like, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
no,
another
that's
thing that
yeah,
I wish I would have communicated
yeah.
better.
I do remember talking to my sister, and the same thing, I think it was more about I feel like I'm losing it kind of
Yeah.
thing, and she was explaining that when she went to her doctor, they put her back on birth control pills, and her doctor at the time said this should help level off your
That was
hormones.
nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I remember going to my doctor and saying, "I want to be put on this low estrin." And she hemmed and hawed and, like, I don't know, like, here, I would have been in my
Right.
late 40s at the time. And I remember, so I guess I did advocate for myself, but, um, saying, "I feel like I'm gonna run away from home." Like,
That's a big one.
yeah, "You need to put me on
Right,
this." And
and not an
I am
antidepressant.
insisting that, yes, I'm
Right,
insisting that I go on this. It's worked for my sister. And I
right,
gave this example, I'm like, "I don't smoke, I'm healthy," so all the risk
right.
factors that would be
Oh, that's
going on
smart,
a
yeah.
pill, um, and she did, and it helped, and I remember the following year, all of a sudden, the studies came out, like, that's could be a way to help treat perimenopause, and
Okay.
she made this, like, comment to me, like, "Oh, yeah, we'll continue on this," and I wanted to be
I'm glad I could educate you.
I'm glad I, like,
Glad, yeah,
insisted and demanded that you
right.
do this for me, but yes. So but, I do think that would be that's a helpful thing.
Yeah.
So, um, and then, yeah, but it just goes back to um, talking to people in your tribe, talking to people that you're close with and that mhm,
Right. And just comparing
yeah.
and, there are some women that started later and there are women that started earlier.
Mhm.
And I think if you're an earlier starter, it's hard to talk to the person that's a later starter because it's almost, I don't know, I'm not going to say competitive, but they're like so proud, like, yes, I'm not there.
Yeah.
And you're like, but I'm here, and
Mhm.
it's hard, I think, for the
Yeah.
person that starts early. I think I was like right in normal range.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so. I don't know.
But you do have yeah, there are people that start really
I
early,
yeah, I
like my
have
youngest sister. Mhm.
yeah, I have a friend she's 54, 55, and she's still regular.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
think it's that Italian blood.
Okay.
Those Italians, they just keep it going.
They could keep producing those hormones.
They do,
Uh-huh.
lucky things.
Oh.
And I was working out yesterday, and, it was with 2 of the younger girls. I wanted to use their sister's line of, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave you out of my equation because you 2 produce your own estrogen."
It's
Yeah.
not even it's like comparing apples to orange.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's what you just have to tell yourself.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
what else? Did you tell yourself anything else? I would tell myself to listen to Not Your Mother's Midlife
Yeah.
Crisis.
And download.
Yeah. Like, subscribe,
Yeah.
and share.
That's great advice. Yeah.
Everybody should do it.
Mhm. I don't know, I think that was one big letter to our younger self.
I think it was, I mean, that was an
Mhm.
excellent long letter to our younger
Yeah.
self. So,
Mhm.
I think it's time to move on to
Yeah.
what did I learn before I forget?
So I saw a post that middle-aged women, which I hate that term,
Mhm.
um, I don't know,
I do too.
it just has
Midlife.
like a not a negative connotation for me, should be referred to as queenagers.
I do love that.
And I feel like that is the term that we are
Put the
queenagers.
crown on
Mhm.
our head.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
We've
yeah,
earned
we've
it.
earned it.
Yep.
We're queens and should behave and be treated as such.
I like it. That's a
For like self-care, for wellness, for love, everything. So,
I
queenagers.
yep.
Mhm.
That's our new name.
Yeah.
Changing the name of the show.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, what did I learn before I forget? Oh, it's a good one. So I've always just looked at like plastics and like if you heat up something in plastic, like it's going to release dioxins, which cause cancer. But another thing that plastics do, especially when they are heated, is they are hormone disruptors, which I did not know.
Oh.
Um, and another like hormone disruptor is every time you open and close your plastic bottle, like the one I give you every time you
You
come
know.
over,
Uh-huh.
little microplastics fall inside,
Oh.
and then you are then ingesting them. So I am on an effort to get plastic out of my food source in any kind of way. But yeah, and I believe what I read was for men especially, it's a hormone disruptor. For
Wow.
women too, but I believe it's a bigger hormone disruptor for men.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, I know I have switched over all my food storage to glass.
yeah,
Um, I've replaced it. I definitely will not reheat anything. If,
no,
something comes back from like a restaurant, we'll never reheat anything in plastic.
no,
I try to always do that in glass
right,
or,
or on a real plate, whatever.
yeah. So, and I do have the plastic water bottle
I know.
every once in a while for convenience and things like that. I do try and always drink out of my
Yeah,
tumbler.
I
Mhm.
mean, I drink out of my Stanley a lot, but uh, he always has a water bottle in his car, and he'll like leave the same water bottle in there for days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you really shouldn't do that. I mean, one, there's bacteria growing, and I have to kiss you. Like, I'm just,
And then it's heating up and the car
yeah,
gets hot,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that's interesting because I had no idea about it being a hormone disruptor. I did it for just for, the cancer risk.
right.
Mhm,
Well, I mean, I think Cindy Dupuy, who we're now mentioning all the time,
mhm.
she had something on her Instagram that was about environmental toxins. And that's what we covered this week
Oh,
too. So
okay. Oh,
anyway,
that's
so
interesting. Mhm.
um That's what I learned. How about what pissed you off this week?
Um,
You actually have something?
I do. I
Oh,
know,
that's
yeah.
good. We're not riding high on that Scotland trip anymore.
No. Uh-huh.
Thank God.
So on the positive side, I got to see the new Springsteen movie, which I
Nice.
really enjoyed. It was not what I expected.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be over like the period of his life, and it was just a snapshot or a period in time of Bruce Springsteen's life, while he was writing and recording the album Nebraska. But it
Okay.
was still a great movie. I mean, I loved his memoir, so it was good. And I love that Jeremy Allen White.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
remember you
because
had
he's a
mentioned this.
total hottie.
Wow, way
Hmm.
back.
Yes.
Because it was his autobiography you like, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Born to Run.
Yeah.
But while I was in the movie, there were people talking and having a conversation with one another in the movie. And I almost wanted to say, you're not at home, you're not streaming this, you're
Right.
out in public in a movie theater.
And someone else paid for it.
It to the point where there was a couple that was sitting near them, and in the middle of the movie, they got up and like walked away.
Oh.
But you kept looking over like,
Are you getting the hint?
are they arguing? Are they just talking about the movie? Like you
Right.
couldn't hear what they were saying, but you could definitely hear that they were talking. So like, please shut up when you're in a movie theater and watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that did piss me off.
That's such lack of self-awareness.
Yes.
That's something that pisses me off when people
Yes.
really have such lack of self-awareness.
Yeah. Mhm.
So mine isn't as good as that, but we knew it was going to rain for a couple days. And so then you got to plan, like, what are you going to do? I mean,
Mhm.
and I had poor planning and I ended up doom scrolling.
Uh,
Like and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, geez, an hour's gone by. So just poor planning for bad weather days. Got to clean out a closet, got to go someplace
I
else.
know.
So, I mean, it's just annoying.
I just don't want bad weather days.
I
I'm
mean,
not ready for the
agreed.
cold.
I
Yeah.
don't want bad weather days at all either.
No. Mm,
So
okay.
that's it.
All right. That's not too bad. And how
Yeah.
about one of my favorite topics is always 50 Shades.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Can I share with you?
yeah, you do yours.
Did you notice a difference? Because
I
I'm
did.
wearing my Il Maquillage makeup. I'm sporting the Chris Fennel makeup look.
Okay.
And I bought the brush and I did the quiz. They
Yep.
did my match for the
It looks great.
woke up like this. I wore it for the first time on Sunday. I
Mm.
went into the city and had brunch with my sister and my niece. And my sister, the first thing she's like, "Your skin looks great." I was like, "I'm wearing the Il Maquillage."
I mean, it just
makeup.
makes your tone look
Yeah.
so smooth.
And they matched. It was based upon the quiz when you do like all
Right.
the colors. This was a color
Did you mix it with the Supergoop?
I mixed it with the glow screen.
Oh, glow screen. Yeah. Glow
Yeah.
screen. Yeah.
And I did that on Sunday too, because I thought I'm going to be walking outside in the
Right.
city, so I get like some coverage. So yeah, I really like it.
Oh,
It was
good.
really easy to use, and I was like,
I like
"Mhm,
it.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't use a brush. I think I use a beauty blender more often.
okay."
And that's why they'd be sitting on my sink. They're not what you think
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
It
like
looks
it. So
really
thank
good.
you. Thank you for the
Oh,
recommendation.
you're
Yeah.
welcome. And
Mhm.
so we have to thank Dr. Jed for that recommendation.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So thank you.
all right. Well,
How about you?
so I tried, and this is for our friend Dawn in Connecticut.
Okay.
So I asked my hairdresser, I'm like, listen, is there a color I can put on my hair, in between? She's like, don't color your hair at home. Just don't do it. So I just kept looking. So then I was looking I was listening to Call Her Daddy because I do love
Okay.
Alex Cooper. I love the message she sends young girls. She's such a badass. But it was a different product that she had a commercial for, which led me into the search.
Okay.
So I was just looking for a color shampoo. So I tried this color shampoo. It's called Herbish.
Oh.
Herbish. So I read the directions, and you have to put it in dry hair, and it's a shampoo conditioner mixed together. So you have to like pump it until both things are coming out.
Okay.
Okay. That gives you gloves to use. I put a pump on. I'm like, that's not enough. So I put another pump on. I go to put it in my hair,
I'm envisioning-
and a big giant chunk lands in my eye. This is this morning. I'm like, I'm blind. Dying. So I literally have to rinse my eye out, and I don't want to throw away any product. So I got product on one hand, I'm rinsing my eye with the other, and then I
And
get
you have
through
to
that.
do you have to take the glove off, or did you
I
put
did take I did
Okay,
take
alright.
one glove off, so then I got a glove in my hand. Then
Okay,
it's like trying to put the glove back on. I end up putting like 4 or 5 pumps in, but it is a big container
okay.
because it is shampoo. It's shampoo and conditioner. But you put it on dry hair, it doesn't move as quickly through your hair when it's dry hair opposed to wet hair. Then you have to let it sit 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm like, shaved everything. I cleaned the shower walls yesterday. Um, I look around and all of a sudden I see on the floor all these like splatters because like I must it was everywhere. So wasted sometimes. So then I got some more tissues, cleaned the floor up. But I will say my gray is covered.
So, I
Good. Tell her
I
I
walked in today,
told
I was
that
like, "Oh my god, did you just go get your hair colored?" I'm like, "It looks great. It looks like she had it
yep.
done at the salon." And you're like, "No, I used the color shampoo."
I use the color shampoo. The color is chestnut. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you see any of our reels, you can find our reels on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok under Not Your Mother's Midlife Crisis, except for Facebook. They're just under my name. You'll see the color. My color is
Okay.
like, it's a little darker.
No, but
It's
that's what
chestnut.
I thought. You
I
went and
like
got it
it.
done at the salon.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it really did cover the grays.
And then I feel too, like, even with the texture of your hair, it looks like you had it professionally done because it's very smooth. It's
Yeah.
got a lot of volume, so it's nice.
And I will say, after I rinsed it all out of my hair felt like I didn't have any conditioner in it. It was a little knotty and tangly, so it did take a little bit to brush it out. But then I blew dry pretty quick. And yeah, I'll have to say, I really like it.
Okay.
I am shocked. Again, Herbish, I got it on Amazon. I think it was $39 for a really big thing of shampoo. It's got to be at least 32 ounces.
Now, how often do they say you should use it?
See, that's the part I don't know.
And then could you use a detangling spray after, or do they tell you not to use any product?
You can use product after. It just says if you are gonna use it first time, like to make sure you don't have a ton of product in your hair, in your
Okay.
dry hair. I just had my normal
Oh, okay.
mousse that I use. It
But
worked fine.
but even after you got out of the shower, then you could.
I put product in
Oh,
afterwards,
okay.
yeah. I
Oh,
use
good.
my same normal mousse, like Orbi mousse
Yeah.
that I always use.
No, it looks amazing.
So
Mhm.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wonder if you could use it on, like, gray hair like mine. Like, if it would be a toner.
I don't know. I mean,
I'll have to
your
look.
hair still looks blonde to me.
I know, yeah. Mhm.
I mean, that's the one thing. It's your hair is light, so that gray blonde it's a great it blends together nicely.
Mhm.
This dark hair and gray hair is,
Yes.
it's like shining a spotlight on your head.
It is. Oh, no, I remember.
Yeah.
Alright. I do. Mhm.
So, yeah, I do love it.
Oh, that's good. Good recommendation. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
Mhm. So, we have to thank everyone for doing the downloads. That's
Yes, we
been
do.
Yeah, so if you haven't done that and you enjoy and you listen, just,
Keep
hit
download.
download, and this way you can enjoy us, if you don't have Wi-Fi or anything like that.
Again,
Yeah.
yes, do it to a couple episodes that maybe you haven't listened to yet,
Mhm.
or ones that you love or you need, like, when we have the guest on, they give so much information. Download it so that way you can listen to it at your convenience.
Yes.
And again, on an airplane, I love doing that on
Yeah.
an airplane. So, yeah, thank you. And in about 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks, we're having Dr. Maura Placino.
Oh.
She is a pelvic floor PT. Yeah,
Oh.
I can't wait to have her
Yes.
on.
Uh-huh.
And we are looking for, if anyone knows, an adaptogen drink expert. So I've been stocking us up on some adaptogen drinks. They're the
Okay.
ones with the mushroom or the ashwagandha. Um,
We tried them the one while we watched the M Factor
yes, we
movie.
did. We
Mhm.
did. I mean, it tasted good, but I didn't feel anything.
No.
So anyway, I'd love to get an expert on
Yes.
to help that.
Mhm.
I don't know anybody. So if you know someone, let us know. And then did you look at that one reel that I sent you that was from Dr. Kelly Casperson, that was about something about when your glucose changes during menopause, it causes brain issues and it's like your
Yes.
brain is eating itself?
Yes.
So I sent that to Cindy Dupuy. She's like,
Mhm.
all right, it's a little bit out of context. She's looking into it and it's going to be in next week's lesson with the Grace and Transition. She's going to cover it
Oh,
then.
very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did she not look amazing in orange tank and
Yes.
sweatshirt?
Yes,
with
she
the
was
little
like the
head turn
perfect
and the
model.
model. I
Yes.
loved it. I
Uh-huh.
thought I wonder if she's a model like in her previous like
Yeah.
earlier days.
No, she looks so cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
And yeah, and it was just like so proud that she was,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's helping
sporting
promote
the
us.
merch.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty soon you should be able to order merch from us when we get that going.
Oh, great.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
And then don't forget about under outfit.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
wore my under outfit today to the gym. In
And
fact, Betsy, who we mentioned earlier in the podcast, I was like, Betsy, I have my under outfit sports bra on. It was great. I'd already washed it, of course, before.
yeah.
I even put it in the dryer. It's fine.
Okay.
So I'm anxious. I gave one to my sister and one to my niece. So I'm anxious to hear what they think. So I'll follow up, let you know.
Isn't it like almost like wearing nothing? Like
Yes.
it's so, for
Yes.
whatever reason, that fabric is super comfortable. Like
Yeah.
there's no digging.
Great
It's
support,
uncomfortable.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And don't forget, you can order under outfit. Go follow the link in the show notes
Yes.
or email us.
Mhm.
And you can get it, Chris and Chris at notyourmothersmidlifecrisis.com. Anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. All right. Well, till next week, where we continue to seek answers for women's health care.
And support one another.
Have a great one.
Take care.